In the last two hurricane seasons here in New York, we've had Hurricane Sandy, and the year prior we had Hurricane Irene. New York City lost tens of thousands of trees that had to get chopped up and mulched and carted off to a landfill as soon as possible. When that's going on, and then a woodworker is buying thousands of board feet of lumber a year that was sourced from a forest, that just doesn't make sense to us, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. When I tell people outside of New York that we own and operate a sawmill in Brooklyn, they're a little flabbergasted. And people think of New York City as this vast urban wasteland, and they don't associate it with trees and with lumber. One of the reasons that we started Reco Brooklyn as a furniture line using only reclaimed material was just our own conscience about where wood comes from and how it gets there. When a tree falls, whether it's in a storm or because it's just an old tree, it gets cut up into small pieces and it's dumped and thrown away. So it's a giant volume of material that becomes garbage in a landfill. And when a woodworker sees a tree go to waste, it hurts a little bit. When you take delivery of a piece of Reco Brooklyn furniture, you will be able to look at your receipt and see a SKU for each of the boards that was used in that piece of furniture. You can use that SKU to go back on our website and locate via a Google map exactly where the tree stood. And you can have the story of that tree and where it was, how old it was, what had been going on in that area in the time the tree was alive. So it's a lot more than just an end table. You know, there's a lot of history behind it. And that's kind of what drew me to woodworking, you know, is the story behind the wood. The material that we're getting all has a story, and you're not going to find another piece like this. When we started, we weren't after clients. We were after cool wood to use ourselves and to have. Selling it to other people didn't enter the picture until other people came to us and said, I want to buy that. So the name Reco comes from Reclaimed Collaborative. We're not going to go into the woods and cut down trees for lumber. We go into the urban forest, sourcing our material from within this urban environment. Because if you buy a bunch of wood from some other lumber yard, you're going to get 10 boards that could have come from 10 different trees in 10 different states. But from us, you can get boards that came from one tree. And all of your parts are going to have the same color, the same grain, and you're ensured a match in the look of all your pieces. The quality and the style of construction that we use in our furniture is hundreds of years old. We're doing things the old world way. I don't want anything to come out of the shop that's not going to be a lifetime piece. We had a local photo studio come to us looking for conference tables, work tables, and meeting tables. And we were able to provide them with 6 one-of-a-kind oak and silver maple tables. And all 6 of those tables were made from material that came from Hurricane Sandy and Hurricane Irene. That's great. That makes us feel really good. Our passion for the product that we make is pretty much what drives us.